Very rarely do trades happen in the NBA before February, and when they do, they're usually not very big ones, but that's what we got between the Toronto Raptors and New York Knicks, with the Knicks acquiring OG Anunoby, Precious Achiuwa, and Malachi Flynn for RJ Barrett, Immanuel Quickley in a second-round draft pick. Now, it may not have been a huge trade involving an all-star, but OG Anunoby is nearly there, and then RJ Barrett and Immanuel Quickley are nothing to scoff at either, with both of them being high-quality young players. And while the talk of the trade has primarily been about OG Anunoby, and rightfully so too, today I want to talk about RJ Barrett and Immanuel Quickley, with a big focus being put on Quickley, one of my personal favorite small guards in the entire league. Before we get too far into it though, I would genuinely appreciate it if you could take a brief moment to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But without further ado, let's dive right into it. And like I referred to before, RJ Barrett and Immanuel Quickley are the package the Raptors got for OG Anunoby, who we cannot fail to mention was on an expiring contract, meaning that he will in fact be entering free agency. Now, the same will be true for Immanuel Quickley, but at least they will have to pay him around $40 million per year, which is reportedly what OG Anunoby is looking for. And don't get me wrong, OG Anunoby is a great 3-and-D player, but I'm not sure you want to tie up that much of your team's salary cap to him alone. I for one would much rather have multiple quality role players, and if they're used correctly, the Toronto Raptors might be able to turn RJ Barrett and Immanuel Quickley into exactly that. I mean, they're already quality young players, but now the Raptors need them to take that next step. And with them having been fairly limited in New York, I would not be shocked to see one of them, if not both of them, take a leap forward. But beginning with RJ Barrett, they are getting a 23-year-old that is currently averaging 18 points, 4 rebounds, and about 2 assists while shooting 42% from the field and 33% from 3. Not great, but not bad either. The problem with RJ Barrett has routinely been his shooting efficiency, for a guy averaging between 18 and 20 points per game, which he's done for the past 3 years now. You'd really like to see him shooting at around 45% from the field, and then around 35 to 40% from 3. And while he did do that during his second year, he unfortunately has not been able to get back to that point, and it's had many people wondering if he's already peaked. Again, he definitely has been a bit limited while playing in New York, between playing behind Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson last season, and then playing under a conventional head coach in Tom Thibodeau. You can make an argument for him having been held back a little bit. On the other hand though, it's kind of hard to defend him. Even looking beyond him being a bit limited in New York, he really did not do a whole lot to expand upon his game. I mean, if you're only defining trait as scoring ability, then there's really only so much a team can do with you. He's not a good enough playmaker to run your offense through, and then while he can knock down a 3-point shot, I would not call him a movement shooter. And then on the other end of the court, he's been an average defender at best. Definitely not a bad defender, but by no means a great one, and nowhere near the level of an OG Anunoby. In my opinion, the goal for the Toronto Raptors should be improving one of 3 things with RJ Barrett, with that being either his shooting efficiency, his playmaking ability, or his defense, and any one of those would help take him to the next level. And at only 23 years old, there's plenty of reason to believe that he can do it. Again, we're not talking about doing all 3 of them, we are only talking about doing one. Anything more than that would truly be a luxury. And if they could turn RJ Barrett into a secondary playmaker, or perhaps a legitimate 20-point per game 3-and-D option, that would be huge for their team in the long run, and it would go a long way in helping the Raptors be viewed as the winners of this trade. But how about Immanuel Quickley? He might not be talked about that much, though he's quietly been a very good role player throughout his first 3 years in the NBA, coming off of averaging 15 points, 4 rebounds, over 3 assists, and shooting 39.5% from 3 off the bench. Immanuel Quickley was in the running for 6th Man of the Year last season, and that's without even factoring in what he brings on defense. When taking a look at defensive Raptor rating, Immanuel Quickley ranked in the top 30 of the entire NBA last season, and only 5 point guards ranked above him, really telling you about the individual value he brings at his position. Now, he might be more of a combo guard, but that also might be a product of him being a bit limited in New York as well, and I think he'll get more opportunity to expand his game while playing in Toronto. I mean, they clearly do have the intention of starting him at point guard, shown by his Toronto Raptors debut with him doing exactly that. And although he'll be sharing that point guard duty with Scotty Barnes, along with Pascal Siakam for however much longer that he remains in Toronto, I think that he'll be getting his fair share of opportunity. And whether or not that translates to him becoming a better playmaker, which I do think it will, it definitely will translate to him getting more time with the ball, and that could lead to him taking a leap on offense. Again, I really don't think people know what Quickley is capable of. He's a really talented scoring threat, being able to get to the rim nearly at will with his speed, can pull up from the mid-range, and then is a very efficient three-point shooter. I think that he'll be adding a very unique and true 3-level scoring nature to the Raptors backcourt, and then with him being a legitimate two-way player, he and Scottie Barnes could be really annoying to game plan against. I talked about what it will take for RJ Barrett to take a leap forward, but I think Immanuel Quickley will do it naturally. By simply giving him more playing time in a bigger role, I think that he will automatically take a leap forward, and that could do a lot for this Raptors team. Now, the unfortunate part would be having to pay him if he takes that leap, but again, I don't think it will be nearly as much compared to what OG Anunoby wanted from them. Somewhere around $20 million per year would sound about right, and that's only if he would take that leap that we talked about. With all of that being said though, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the addition of RJ Barrett and Immanuel Quickley to the Toronto Raptors? Comment your thoughts down below. That will do it for this video though. Big thank you to those of you who took the time to watch until the end of this video, and until the end of all of my videos in general. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.